so easy to live in Thailand at the time because it's, honestly, for the first 6 months I'm in Thailand, I didn't even cook. I eat out breakfast, lunch, and dinner outside because it was way cheaper. The lifestyle is cheap. It's an LGBT community. I actually had a wedding party in Thailand. I see that now they just put that Thailand is the first in Asia to legalize LGBT marriage. Now, you could get married there. The thing is, at the time, you couldn't register the wedding there. So even though I had a wedding party there, I wasn't officially married, couldn't register it there. So I had to go to Vietnam to register the marriage, which I went to Vietnam. Normally the procedure is you have to stay for 10 days. But because I didn't like Vietnam, I leave within 4 days. Ironically, my Thai visa was going to be up. So, things work out that way. So then that was good. Gay friendly. It's LGBT friendly. The life there is so freaking amazing. Not funny. Like, it is amazing. People are very friendly. You can take a tuk-tuk, go wherever you want to go. You can get a bike taxi, a motorbike taxi. Even if you live there, the excursion company, they're going to pick you up from your door. Everything is arranged for you. So, for example, I want to go to PP Island. I pay for my trip at the booth, excursion booth. The next morning, they're going to come to my door and pick me up. They're going to bring me to the port to get the boat. They're going to bring me over to PP Island. Depends if you're taking a day excursion for like Aya Beach, they're going to provide lunch with the long tail boat. Like once you book a excursion, you don't have to worry about anything else. Like life in Thailand is really, really great. Like you feel so safe. It's a Buddhist country. They don't stress you. You'll never see them tell you, oh, this is why I need to be Buddhist. Like how Christians can be in your face and judgmental. Like it's such a peaceful country. One of my most memorable experience in Thailand was doing a 10-day silent retreat where I lived with the monks in a monastery for 10 days and didn't speak. And I had to meditate for 4 times a day. They feed you. At the time I wasn't yet pescatarian, so I used to eat meat, but they cleanse you mind, body, soul. So for the 10 days you're there, you can talk, you have to meditate. You are meditating morning, noon. For food, they give you vegetarian food, so no meat. You're not allowed phones, laptop, nothing, no foreign object. The only thing you're going with is your clothes. You're really sleeping on a Buddha bed, which is like concrete. Like it was a different experience. But you say you want peace and quiet until you actually have peace and quiet. Because living in the monastery, you're living in the hills. Like the only thing you're hearing all day is the birds. You're hearing nature. At night you're hearing the frogs. It was such a cleansing experience. Like you drink tea in the morning. You drink tea at 6 is your last meal, and that's like tea really. So you kind of eat once a day. They had a hot spring on the premises. You can go take a nice hot bath. Everything was so natural. And like I said, with Thailand, like nobody judge you. Like they don't care. And that's one of the things that I really love and miss about Thailand. So yeah, I lived in Thailand for 4 years and it was one of the best 4 years of my life. And in all honesty, I would go back right now. I would reside in Thailand again. But the downside of that is living in Thailand, you don't have many people like us there at the time, because I lived there between 2010, I moved in 2014. So there's not a lot of black folks there. There's not a lot of people from outside the Caribbean that is there. The few black people that you will see, they're from probably South Africa or Africa. And it's different. Like you don't have no Jamaican restaurant, especially in Phuket. Again, this is a few years ago. Oh, god damn, this is 10 years ago. This is 10 years ago. So, traveling the way I was traveling wasn't a thing. It wasn't for Instagram. It wasn't for the gram. It wasn't for FB, but I was always traveling. I mean, I've been traveling forever since. My first trip was to Cuba in 2001. That was the first time I've traveled, so I've always been an avid traveler and I've always been obsessed. But like I said, the downside of that is I don't know, I'm sure things probably change. I know Bangkok, you might find a one-off Jamaican something, but no, I'm sure probably things change a little bit, but you won't find a lot of Caribbean folks there. So unless you're there with someone that you come there with, or it's a foreigner, that it's a different kind of culture. So you will feel lonely living there as an expat if you do not. Stay tuned for part 3 to be continued.